to me, it means a lot to this country, Kenya. It means a lot to the continent of Africa. As you know, a World Rally Championship series departed Africa, and Kenya for that matter, 17 years ago.
Yes.
So you can imagine 17 years, there has been no WRC event in the continent of Africa. And that's what we are campaigning to return to our people, to our continent, to our country, and to the fans of Kenya.
And of course, recently you're also, there's this position that you've been put in, unajua audience yangu wanakuanga watu wa mtaani, so I'm trying to put it in a very layman's language. You are now in the WRC. That position, what does it mean? And how influential is it towards this event?
Well, the president of FIA, John Todd, having worked with him as the ASN president in Kenya since 2016, decided to nominate me to become a member of the FIA WRC Commission. And it's interesting because I am the only one from Africa, and I represent Africa and the Middle East in that very important FIA Commission.
Congratulations, Phineas. Umekuwa na positions mingi while you are away. These things you need to tell me, but it's good to see. Your son is in this competition. Anaitwa Macrae.
Yeah, Macrae Kimadi, yes.
And about 50 other drivers from across the country.
52, yeah, 52. A total of 52.
Yes, where are they coming? Which countries are also supporting this particular event?
Yeah, outside Africa, we have drivers from Belgium, and we have an Italian driving. We have somebody from the UK. And then back in Africa, we have a big team coming from Uganda, and drivers from Zambia, Tanzania, and Burundi. And we're excited to welcome them to Kenya.
I'm sure.
Yeah, but I'm sure they will do their level best. They will have a chance to compete with our top boys like Manville Barian,
yes,
who is the defending Africa champion and also leading in the Africa Rally Championship Series 2019.
Very true. And of course, Safari Rally also doubles up as the fourth round of the Africa Rally Championship. Kimathi, CEO, you've been training marshals. People have been going through a lot of training, both in health-wise and safety-wise. How has that been? Where is it so far? And are WRC officials happy about it?
Well, to host a WRC event, even a candidate event, you need to do a lot. And part of what we had to do is do capacity building, develop manpower or expertise that would be able to deliver a quality event that would meet the threshold of FIA and WRC standards. And other than the local training that we've carried out in the last 4 months or so, we were able to send teams or people to the Rally GB, where we trained the chief medical officer, we trained the chief safety officer, we trained the clerk of course, and we trained, deputy clerk of course. After that, we were able to send another team to Australia. They also trained in various aspects of organizing a world-class event. We've sent a team to Germany. We've sent a team to Spain, even government officials to familiarize themselves on exactly what to expect when you talk about a WRC event. Back home, we did contract Motorsports UK to help us get everything right. And these experts have been coming in and out. And we also have another expert from Finland who has been working with us, Jarmo Leitinen, Ian Campbell. And the climax of it all comes this weekend when we host the only WRC candidate event in the world in 2019.
Congratulations. I am so excited. And of course, talking about training, I saw you trained Ambassador Peter Keremi Kaberia how to drive a car during, I understand he will be in the route opener at the 5-kilometer stage at Kasarani.
Yeah, he did very well yesterday. I was very impressed by his ability to actually handle a car that has got a dog box or a clash box. And he's still training. And we expect that, he will be the route opener for the Spectator Stage at Kasarani on Friday the 5th. starting from 10 a.m.
And talking about that route, where can spectators stand and watch this? I'm looking at Kasarani, and perhaps for my people in Kasarani, Mwiki, watu wa huko chini, Kasarani, Wedani, Sukari, where can they come and watch it safely?
Well, people think that Kasarani is just the stadium. Kasarani has got a provision to actually do an 18-hole golf course. Yes. It also has a provision to do a motor cross track, yes, or circuit. So that is what we've used to actually build a maram, a circuit that can take two cars head to head, and it's gonna be the most exciting thing to watch come Friday, the 5th, from 10, and the racing area will be completely fenced, so people can stand outside the fence, take a vantage position, and watch cars driving in full, speed.
Very true. Of course, for information, this event, watu wangu kujeni, it's free. You heard it from Chem. Ama tunalipa?
Hakuna malipo.
Ni free. And of course, major manufacturers, car manufacturers, Hyundai, Ford are in the country as well. What does that mean? Of course, these are people who have been sponsoring the likes of Sébastien Ogier, Loeb, and some of the top rally champions.
Well, we have 4 teams coming to take part in the safari, to do recce, yes, and also familiarize with the terrain. The works teams have not been here since 2002, so they also don't know what to expect. So we have Hyundai coming, Toyota coming, Citroen, and M-Sport are coming to familiarize themselves. They're actually sending in engineers to observe the terrain, the route, what are the challenges, the logistics of competing in Africa again. So we are excited about that development because I'm sure they know more than we do. They have a reason to want to be here during our candidate event.
Very true. And remember the WRC event, candidate event, Safari Rally, the 4th round, of course, of the ARC, starts, of course, at Kasarani. Then the following day it will be in Naivasha, huko side za Nakuru, si ndio chairman?
Rift Valley, yes.
Watu wa Rift Valley. So watu wa Nairobi wakishamalizana na Friday, tunaenda Rift Valley on Saturday and Sunday. So we have catered for so many counties from Nairobi all the way to Rift Valley. So you have aulipi kitu, wewe unakaa mtu kama una mroro ukuja naye. Kama una watoi, it's a family event. It's a unajua hizo vitu. And of course the support, we've talked about the support of all these cars. The government of course has been very supportive. Together I understand this morning watu wa KCB wamekudunga shilingi ya maana sana for this event.
Very true.
Sorry for the sheng. But karibu watu wangu wa yeah, what does that support mean?
Hamna shida, yes, bora ueleweke.
This support, how important is it? Especially KCB, who have been with motorsport for all this time I can remember.
Let me start by saying that the project started and is a government project, a government of Kenya project. It is part of the promise that was given by the Jubilee government in 2013. And it's in their manifesto. So the government and the leaders, led by our president, His Excellency Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, felt it necessary to deliver on his promise. So this project was put together purely to ensure that the project, the safari, happens as a World Rally Championship event. So we are on course to do it, and the government is underwriting most of the expenses. But obviously, we did not want to forget KCB, who have stood with motorsports since 2003. The last 16 years, they've been pumping money, hoping that the day to return to World Rally Championship will come and find them as partners. Lucky enough, that day is soon coming, and KCB is back in a very big way. I'm sure everybody has been following the sponsorship that they gave this morning.
50 million?
50 million Kenya shillings. So we are really excited about that. It will help us take care of the other expenses for the candidate event and help us start preparing for 2020 because we are optimistic that we'll be there.
Very true. And of course, there are employment opportunities for this event. Unajua watu wangu wa mtaani wanasema sasa Phineas do, sasa watu wa mtaani takulaje. Of course, they can come and shabikia and be spectators. But of course, for future, when we will be in the WRC status, God willing, of course, there will be employment opportunities for us, for you, for watu wenye watch issue.
Believe it or not, the spectator stage that we have developed from scratch at Kasarani, we did not allow anybody who is not coming from the neighborhood to get employed there by the contractor. So they are very, very happy that they benefited from that project, including tidying up the place. So the people there have, gotten employment out of that. And I'm sure as we move on, a lot will change. The World Rally Championship is a serious economic driver, and it is sought after by very many countries. So if we make it to the last 14, and I'm sure we should, then it means that we will have elevated this country in terms of sports, in terms of economic drivers to a totally different level.
Very true. And of course, most of the former drivers or the current drivers or former marshals or marshals who've been there in the KMSF, wako na kazi. Mingi sana, najua they've been working their heads off kabisa, and they're working over day and night.
Believe it or not, we have over 1,400 people working in one area or the other to make sure that this event is a success.